It's actually crazy taking a job like that, you know? Like, where you have to, like, know if something's wrong with the animatronics.
No, that is crazy. Yeah, actually, yeah, you gotta join me for the job interview. I gotta go right after this. It's funny you said that.
Oh, where? Where?
The Lantern on Lynch Avenue.
The Lantern?
Yeah, that one specifically, though.
Why that one?
It's kind of embarrassing.
Why? What is it?
I had a dream about that place. Yeah, you see? No, I know it's weird. Trust me.
Now this.
I know.
Fine. What was your dream?
I've had this dream before, and it starts out the same. Always, it's me on the sidewalk, and funny enough, I'm going to an interview. And it's neither day or night. It's kind of like in between, you know? But I'm standing there scared. I'm terrified. And you're there. You're there every time, standing under the big sign, and you're scared also, which makes me even more scared. And then I realize what it is. There's a rabbit behind the diner. He's the one that's doing it. And I could see his face through the walls. I hope I never have to see that face ever again. That's the dream. That's it.
So you applied to see if it was there?
Yeah. Just so I don't have to be afraid anymore.
Gotcha. Well, let's go.
What do you mean?
We're gonna go see?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Clutch Cinema Talk. Finally doing it. How does it go? I don't remember how it goes. We're doing Five Nights at Freddy's. The indie game that has come such a long way in the last 10 years is finally a movie. I know most of y'all gone to see. I always talk in such a general sense when there's a specific people watching my video who've seen it already. Five Nights at Freddy's. We're gonna be doing a little quick non-spoiler review, and then we're gonna be doing a actual spoiler review because I do want to talk about some things that happened in Five Nights at Mr. Frederick Fazbear's movie. Before that, leave a like, leave a comment. Hope you're subscribed. If you're not subscribed, go subscribe. Turn on post notifications. We do reviews. We do trailer reaction. We do a lot of different things. So let's get right into this. So as you guys can see, we're doing this review from inside Frederick's. We're on the clock right now, so we're gonna make this quick. We're gonna make this quick before anybody comes find us, all right? All right. So there's gonna be two different types of people who go watch this movie. The ones who played the game and the ones who did not. It's interesting because I'm hearing a lot of people talk about Five Nights at Freddy's that I never even thought of. Oh, yo, by the way, you see the hat? Come on. Like for the hat. Look at little Freddy plushie. People who play the game, people who have not played the game. And it's interesting because you hear a lot of different people who you never really even thought talk about Five Nights at Freddy's are talking about it now. And the movie is already a huge hit. just for the money it made, and the people who are talking about it, who've probably never even heard of the game or played of the game, they are talking about it now because of the movie. I believe if you play the game, you'll like it for the most part. It's very clear what target audience this movie is targeting. If you guys are going in expecting a horrifying, terrifying, scary movie, it's probably not going to be that for people who are more accustomed to scary movies. If you're not really accustomed to scary movies, and you may get like a little jumpy at horror movies, I think this is a good movie, like a good introductory movie for horror movies. It's not crazy scary. It is marketed toward kind of teenagers who are fans of the game, and it's a low anxiety inducing horror movie. I could compare it to Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. I think that's a little bit step above Five Nights at Freddy's, but it's kind of similar. My first horror movie. That's what I called it. If you guys didn't think so and you guys were actually really scared, hey, listen, I'm sorry. I don't know what to say. But for those of you who have played the game, I think people who have played the game may like it a lot more. There are a lot of little Easter eggs and references to the game that a lot of people are going to enjoy. They're going to appreciate that. With that being said, still non-spoiler review, I think this movie is trying to be too many things at the same time and not sticking to one plan. It's clear from how the plot progresses and what the plot's even about, that it feels like a few different ideas and they combine them all in the same movie in hopes that something is gonna stick. Let's talk about the animatronics. They look amazing. They look great. They are the best part about the movie. I can solidly say, is that English? Can I solidly say that they are the best part of the movie? They look amazing. I really don't know any other words than amazing to describe. They were made by Jim Henson's Creature Shop, who obviously, like, you see it obviously, and maybe most of the budget went into this component of the film, how the animatronics look, but they look amazing. They look very game accurate. I would even say they look even better than the games. My only critique is that I don't like how they animate their face too much. All right, okay, I get it. Yeah. I that's my only little critique. Okay, yeah. You can hate me for that. That's okay. That being the best part about the movie, I do think there's a lot of flaws in the movie, and that's where we're gonna enter our spoiler section. So if you guys have not seen the movie and you want to continue watching this review, you could go watch the movie, or you could just stick around, have it spoiled, and just keep looking at my face. Like, it's up to you. Here comes the spoiler section. We're going to be talking about the good things about this movie and the bad things about the movie. Let me get my notes. The performances. Josh Hutcherson and Matthew Lillard. I think those were the two best parts about the movie. Elizabeth Leo's character, she was rubbing me the wrong way. There was just like, but like her character just felt she was the exposition character of the whole thing, which is gonna bring me into my biggest con of the movie. And I do like the actual representation of the kids as ghosts. It was a nice touch. There was a really, really good transition with Foxy toward the end of the movie. Very, very good, but it also leads me into one of my biggest cons about the movie, which is, I talk with my hands so much. Okay, so Five Nights at Freddy's. For all you guys who I know, I'm not going to really explain the whole thing because you guys definitely know, even way better than I know. It's about ghost children, okay? They were horribly murdered and stuffed into animatronic suits. They possess them, and bada bing, bada boom. That's basically it. There's a lot more that goes into it, but for the first movie and for everything you really need to know is that. But even then, you don't even have to know that, okay? My biggest issue with this movie is that they didn't stick to what Five Nights at Freddy's is about. For me at least. You can argue with me about that, and like I said, I understand that this is for a certain audience, so I can't really fault them for this. But in my perfect world, where this is like a crazy like horror film that maybe like rated R, I believe that they didn't dive into what makes the Five Nights at Freddy's scary in the first place. The ambiance, just the whole setting of you being in a empty kids pizzeria and there's animatronics just moving about. You don't see them. You don't know why they're moving about. You just know that they're about to come get you and they're gonna kill you, so you gotta survive the night. You come back the next day because money be tight. That's okay, all right? Money be tight, we all know this. But the main thing is that there's animatronics and they're gonna kill you. You don't know what's going on. You gotta survive. I think they completely stripped this element from the movie. The cold open, the very first scene of the movie, I think is one of the closest you really get to what the game is about. Because after that, there's nothing really the same as the actual gameplay of the game. Closing the doors, checking the cameras, where they're going, anticipating their attack. No, they have really one key killed moment, and that takes place in the daytime. And it's not even to a player or anything. And they do show like some camera sequences here and there, but the overall ambiance setting and scare factor from the original Five Nights at Freddy's game is not present in the movie. I might have been expecting a more faithful adaptation to that and really put you in the seat of someone who's trying to survive a whole night, but that wasn't the case in this. The whole thing with Elizabeth Leo's character, I didn't really like her character because, number one, she was an exposition dump. She dumped the lore of Five Nights at Freddy's just out in the open. We figure out that they're ghost children very quickly. Me personally, I'm about to like just be talking about how I rewrite it. I should make a video about how I could rewrite this whole movie. I wouldn't really even show or tell that they're actual ghost children. I think in horror, and especially not even horror, in mystery in general, things being shown, film in general, things being shown are more satisfactory than things being told, because you're respecting your audience ability to come to their own conclusion about things that are being shown on the screen, instead of just blurting it out to them that they are ghost children and there's a serial killer on the loose or whatever. You know what they could have done? They could have had my boy Mike in the pizzeria every night, slowly figuring out the mystery behind what has gone down in the pizzeria, much like you, the player, were in the Five Nights at Freddy's games. There could be an article somewhere, and a newspaper here, a newspaper there, the phone calls about, hey, listen, we had some type of animatronic malfunction, blah, 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 blah. Hello. Keep making the audience be a part of this mystery and figuring it out as themselves, instead of watching this guy sleep on a job that he had to beg to get, really. Not beg to get, but the last possible job option, and he's sleeping on the first day, and the whole sleeping, trying to figure out the memory of his brother. I respect the backstory. I just don't like having that connect to he has to sleep and he has to dream about and asking the children about this and that. With that being said, the whole plot, it wasn't perfect. Okay, like I said, I do respect the backstory from Mike about his brother and him being kidnapped and everything like that. And he's not fond, like a lot of us are, of child murders. You know what? I hope all of you are not fond of that, because that's not cool at all, really. So that was an interesting element. The dream thing, not a big fan. Afton, we'll talk about Afton like in 2 seconds. Being a part of his story, I didn't really like, because I don't like how everything has to, combine in one whole thing. It, to me, is a little unrealistic, and it's a little hard to believe and really relate to that on a personal level. I never had a brother get kidnapped, so what do I mean by a personal level? But Afton, okay, William Afton, great performance. Why he's hiring somebody to be in the place where he's killing children? I don't know. He wants to spend his money like that? Who am I to really say? Springtrap, well, before he's Springtrap, Spring Bonnie appearing at the end? Cool. What was he doing there? I don't know. Was he about to, do that whole decommissioning the animatronics at the beginning? When they show in, was it Five Nights at Freddy 3? Possibly. The suit looks sick. I like how he moves completely, like you expect him to move like an animatronic. No, it's like dude in there and he's throwing Mike around. Cool. The design for that is cool. The designs for everything is really cool. Even the pizzeria itself is really cool. William Afton, maybe they could have shown a little bit of him less, or maybe even not at all. Because we do get that sequence at the end where the kids, they gang up on him. And that's cool. He has the spring lock failure. That's cool. That was cool. I would have probably could have done it differently. The I always come back line. Oh my God, he said the thing. It doesn't make sense. It's scenes like that. I dislike about when movies take, a familiar thing and then they make it into a movie. I can't speak apparently, because then they have the need to sprinkle in all these little things that when they say it without really any context or any build up or any meaning, they're still gonna get a response from the audience, and they think they're doing a great job, and the audience thinks it's an awesome job, but it doesn't make sense. I always come back. Bro, this is the first time we've ever seen you on the screen. What are you coming back from? When have you ever came back from something? Now, if you have them Get spring lock like that. You keep him in the back of the pizzeria. You progress 2 movies like the game. You do that little Fazbear fright thing, and he comes back, and then he could die in a pizzeria or whatever, or in the fire, and maybe he shows up in that same movie coming from the fire, and he says, I always come back. Or you can even do it like another movie from there. But I always come back would be better if he came back before, because now this is a callback to him coming back in the first place, and then it comes all circle because he's like, oh my goodness, he said it from the game. Listen, man, I understand, like I said, there are so many things that go into making a movie, and listen, at the end of the day, it's all about the money you make, and everyone is partially happy. I'm just saying, from a narrative's point of view, that it could have been done better, and that's it. That's all I gotta say about that. So all of that, what do you think I really felt about, what did I conclude? What did I give this on Letterboxd? Here it is, right here. You see that? I think I gave it 2. At first I gave it 2, okay? At first I gave it a 2 out of 5 because I was like, this is not a great movie, but I still had fun with it. I got to the end. I gave it 2.5 because, I was listening to the theme at the very first, the intro, when they're doing the credits. That song is a banger. That song is an absolute banger. It's like, it is fun. It is fun. Even though I critiqued it like a lot right now, you have a good time with it. You see the animatronic is cool. It's cool to take your kid to if they really like it. It's not a bad movie for entertainment wise. Would I recommend going and seeing it? I'd actually recommend, if you have Peacock, you can watch it at home. If you don't have Peacock, maybe wait till Tuesdays at AMC because they have it discounted. I just said AMC. I'm not sponsored. I'm just saying because I got the stubs list. But if you want to sponsor me, AMC, I mean, shoot, I wouldn't mind that. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't mind that. So 5 Nights at Freddy's, the movie. What did you guys think? You tell me what you think. I would really like to know what you think. You can leave a comment down below. And what time is it, by the way? What time is it, by the way? Because I haven't been checking. You guys see I'm at Frederick's right now. I had to do this review. Hold on, guys. Let me check to see everybody's... Okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh. Where's Foxy? Where's Foxy? Oh, my God. Oh, my... Ah! That was kind of not that great acting. But... Which is your favorite Five Nights at Freddy's game? You let me know down below. And until next time, this has been another review on Clutch Cinema Talk with your boy KC. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Stay safe, y'all. Don't mess with them animatronics, all right? And get that money up so you don't got to be doing these jobs, all right? Get that money up. Get that money up. Deuces, y'all. Yerp. Look that way and then look back at me again and do it again.
Okay.